The clock is ticking, and the legend is rising as the Golden State Warriors prove they are not done yet. Steph Curry and Draymond Green just turned back the clock in an electric showdown that sent the Los Angeles Clippers packing in a massive play-in tournament victory. You have to see how these two veterans fought through the pain and defied the critics to keep their championship dreams alive for one more night.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
It was pure magic on the court as Stephen Curry delivered a vintage performance for the ages. After a slow start, he erupted for 35 points, including 7 massive three-pointers that completely dismantled the defense. Even the opposing stars could only shake their heads and admit that when number 30 is on, there is simply nothing you can do to stop him. Draymond Green was the defensive anchor that locked down the Clippers when everything was on the line. Tasked with stopping superstar Kawhi Leonard, Green put on a masterclass in hustle and intensity, forcing crucial turnovers in the final minute to seal the win. It was a gritty, beautiful display of competitive will that reminded the entire league why he is one of the greatest defenders in history. With this incredible win now in the books, the Warriors are setting their sights on the Phoenix Suns this Friday for a ticket to the official playoff bracket. The path is difficult, but this team has proven that as long as they have their core, anything is possible. Do not miss a single moment of this historic run, so hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for all the latest updates. What would you give to be young again? To reach back through the haze of time and snatch back that feeling of pure, invincible dominance, even if just for a single night? That is the question Steph Curry and Draymond Green seem to have answered with a resounding, defiant yes during Wednesday's play-in thriller against the Clippers. We're talking about a duo with knees that creak, backs that tighten, and enough gray in their beards to remind us that Father Time is the only opponent they can't cross over. But for 48 minutes in Inglewood, they turned back the clock so hard it practically snapped. Steve Kerr put it best when he said, "For one night, we're us. We're champions again." And honestly, watching it felt like catching a ghost of the 2016 dynasty haunting the present. Curry was pure kinetic art, dropping 35 points on a supposed minutes restriction, including a cold-blooded step-back triple that reminded us why he remains the sun around which the basketball universe rotates. But the real surprise? Draymond Green. We've watched him struggle, we've watched the unplayable narrative swirl, but when the chips were down, he morphed back into the greatest defensive mind of his generation. He didn't just contain Kawhi Leonard. He erased him, locking the superstar out of the fourth quarter and stealing the game with 2 late possession heists that were pure vintage defensive genius. You see, critics love to talk about draft odds or roster turnover, but that's just noise. Watching greatness, even in its twilight, is a rare privilege that transcends logic. Whether or not this Warriors trio survives the summer, they gave us a reminder that genius is best served as a surprise. It was a beautiful, chaotic revival of everything that made this team iconic. If you loved this deep dive into the heart of the Warriors, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Do you think this group has one final championship run in them, or was this the last great curtain call? Keep watching, because in the NBA, you never know when you're witnessing the end of an era. Ever felt like you were watching a movie where the hero is written to be invincible? Last night, that wasn't fiction. It was Stephen Curry against the Clippers. With the Warriors' season hanging by a thread and down by 13 in the fourth, most teams would have packed their bags. But Curry, he just decided it wasn't time to go home. He dropped 35 points, buried 7 triples, and hit a step-back dagger with 50 seconds left that felt like a permanent silence button for the LA crowd. After the 126-121 thriller, Clippers guard Darius Garland didn't offer a complex tactical breakdown. He just shrugged and said, "30 did what 30 does, bro." It's the ultimate sign of respect, really, a total resignation to the fact that you're witnessing greatness that you simply cannot stop. Curry was ice cold in the first half, but when the pressure cranked up, he ignited for 27 points in the second half alone, effectively throwing his minutes restriction right out the window. But let's not pretend it was a solo act. 39-year-old Al Horford turned back the clock with 4 clutch fourth-quarter threes, and Draymond Green became a defensive nightmare, completely stifling Kawhi Leonard when it mattered most. The Clippers had contributions from Garland and Mathurin, but when you're staring down a legend in his element, good enough just doesn't cut it. Now, the Warriors march on to face the Suns this Friday with a shot at the defending champion Thunder on the horizon. If you think Steph is finally slowing down, you haven't been paying attention. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you think the Warriors have enough left in the tank for a deep run, and remember, never bet against the guy who makes the impossible look like a daily routine. Think the Golden State Warriors dynasty was a thing of the past? Think again. In a game that felt like a flashback to their championship glory days, Steph Curry and Draymond Green just proved that reports of their decline have been greatly exaggerated. Last night, in a high-stakes play-in showdown against the Clippers, the duo put on a masterclass that reminded everyone why you never bet against veteran pedigree. For most of the night, it looked like the Clippers had the upper hand, but the Warriors aren't just any team. They are a squad built on championship DNA. The momentum shifted entirely in the fourth quarter when Curry turned into an absolute blur, sinking 7 three-pointers and hitting shots that seemed to defy the laws of physics. It wasn't just about the offense, though. At the other end of the floor, Draymond Green was busy playing the role of the ultimate spoiler. He effectively put Kawhi Leonard in a straitjacket, forcing the Clippers' star into contested, desperate shots when it mattered most. As Draymond noted after the buzzer, it really just comes down to knowing how to win when the pressure is at its absolute peak. They've been through every battle imaginable together, and it showed. With this massive victory in the books, Golden State is now punching their ticket to face the top-seeded Phoenix Suns, and honestly, after this display, nobody is going to have an easy time against them. If you love seeing legends defy father time, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the rest of this playoff run. The question remains, can this veteran core pull off one last miracle, or is this just the final act of a legendary era? Stop me if you've heard this before, but the Golden State Warriors just reminded us why you never count out a dynasty. After a season that felt like watching a car run on fumes, the Dubs finally kicked it into high gear when it mattered most, pulling off a heart-stopping 126-121 victory over the Clippers. This wasn't just a win. It was a masterclass in grit, moving them one step closer to the playoffs and keeping our collective heart rates elevated in the best way possible. Let's start with the headliners, Steph Curry and Draymond Green. We talk about turning back the clock, but this felt more like they were erasing time entirely. Steph dropped 35, including a 29-foot step-back dagger that basically told the Clippers to go home. He wasn't just scoring, he was providing a lifeline every time the team looked like they might slip away. And on the other end, Draymond Green put on a defensive clinic. Watching him put the clamps on Kawhi Leonard in the fourth quarter was pure poetry. He didn't just contain him, he smothered him, forcing those crucial late-game turnovers that sealed the deal. These two are the heartbeat of this team, and when they play with this level of intensity, the Warriors are a terrifying opponent for anyone. But this wasn't a two-man show. Gui Santos brought that youthful, electric energy, even with the inevitable rookie bumps, showing exactly why Steve Kerr keeps giving him the green light. Then there's Podziemski, who spent the night playing like he had an extra gear, diving for loose balls and drawing charges like his career depended on it. He was the glue that kept the momentum alive when things got tight. And how about the veteran savvy of Horford? The guy hit 3 consecutive triples in the fourth quarter that were absolute backbreakers for LA. That's the kind of performance that cements a legacy. Look, the path forward isn't going to be easy, but this win changes the narrative. It's a reminder that this roster, flaws and all, has the DNA of a winner. Whether they go on to shock the world or continue this wild ride, they've proven that the old guard still has plenty left in the tank. What do you think was the turning point in this thriller? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you're riding with the Dubs, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our deep dive into the next matchup. It's go time, and honestly, the best part of the season might just be getting started.